Is it ever difficult to deal with it when people want to say negative things and maybe, go more personal because they feel like you are starting to take some shots at them?
Listen, we can shoot shots at each other all day long, me and another bloke, but the minute he mentions... Here's the thing. Here's the two things that I'll point out to you, right? My wife was called a paedophile by Sean Strickland. No woman ever deserves to be called that, right? That's the truth. My son, the people that follow Sean Strickland, commented on a couple of my photos at the very start of all this hate saying, is the kid even his? I should never have to hear that. Now, those two things, they emotionally get me. And I'll get mine back. I'll thump the fucking mouth off Sean Strickland one day, and there'll be nothing he can do about it. And I'll talk to him, I'll dance in his face, I'll do whatever I want, because the truth is, when we get locked into that cage one day, he's never going to be able to deal with me. But the truth is, I have a target on my back. I have the ability to stand here and shoot shots at anyone I want, because this is my job, and they have the opportunity in return. So for me, when you attack people in my circle, when they don't deserve it, that's out of line. And look, Sean Strickland is not the fucking voice we should all be listening to. Do you know what I mean? He's deeply, deeply indebted with trauma, and he should just be silent and try to deal with his own personal issues himself. And that's mainly where it all came from. I'm very proud of who I am, of what I'm doing, and what my family is doing, traveling the world together. I'm very proud that I get to travel and spend every single day of this journey with my wife and my kid beside me. I'm very happy to be showing the world my journey through my social media. I'm very happy to have people like Diego Lima and Shoot the Box behind me. I don't give time to this negativity anymore. I turned off the comments on my Instagram because I can protect the peace. I don't have time for other people's opinions anymore. I'm going to live my life the way I want to live it, and I'm not letting anybody get in the way of that anymore.
Thank you, Ian.
I appreciate you.
Just over here.
How are you, pal?
I'm fine, thanks. With Strickland, obviously, he's a middleweight and you're a welterweight. So do you think that fight is even going to happen in the future?
Yeah, for sure. There's no fucking man on the planet that talks about my wife or my family like that and doesn't get it eventually. The truth is, he's never going to be relevant again. He's lost the belt. He's lost the interest. There's a point at which I'll jump in on a short notice fight and I'll dance all over him. I'm far too quick, I'm far too talented, and he'll just be missing.
Ian, so because the trash talk got so personal, affecting your family, and clearly has given you a justified negative emotion, has that informed how you approach trash talk for your future opponents?
No, I'll still talk shit. That's the person I am. I'll talk shit. You wanna clap at me, I'll clap back. That's how I've grown up. That's the way me and my friends grew up. But there's a line. There's a line on what you say and what you do, and it's not trash talk to call my wife a paedophile or say that the kid isn't even mine. That's not trash talk. That's abuse. That's horrible. And no person on the planet deserves that. And I feel like we've seen it recently, and the two main culprits are fucking Kobe and Sean Strickland. Kobe bringing up Leon's dad, and Sean just being negative towards every single person possible. It shows a very dark age in MMA, and this is not what the sport's about. The truth is, we're fighters, we're martial artists, but the UFC is so much more. The UFC is about being entertaining. The UFC is about putting on amazing fights and building a fight. Who was the best fighter we've ever seen in this organization who's had the most success? It's Conor McGregor. And what he did was emotionally connect fans to his journey by talking, the build-up, the excitement, the fights. He talked the talk, he walked the walk, he backed it up, and everyone started to believe him. There's a fine line of what's right and what's wrong. And I feel like lately, the negative has started to overtake the positive. And it's not interesting. I don't believe that anyone here enjoys hearing the stuff that has been said recently. The UFC is full of amazing fighters. Let's talk about the fighting. Let's talk about the skill set. Let's talk about the knockouts. Let's talk about the build-up. There's some amazing stories that fighters have. I'm interested, I know that. And it's on me to go out and do my job and have fun. So this isn't trash talk anymore. This is just me going out there with business and proving people right and proving people wrong.
Were you aware of those lines before it affected you personally? Or is this more of a new development given your experience?
Truth is, I gave my phone to my team and said, I don't want to know about it. I don't want to look at it. I've got something to focus on. I've got something to work towards. I don't want to know about anything or anyone who's mentioning my name. And unfortunately, I just got sick. But trust me, I had the statements that needed to be made that week, and I'm livid more than anything that I didn't get to do it that week.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. All good? Thank you, guys. Enjoy Saturday.